Just want to let you lot know that if you're watching this clip on the Fozcast YouTube channel, the full episode is now available to watch exclusively on Spotify, and it's free. Come on.
As like the offensive leader, do you get involved in team talks? Because that's one thing I love to watch is, I showed the lads a while ago when like Johnny Wilkinson's doing 2 languages,
cool.
you know, dual language team
cool,
talks in France. Unbelievable.
Mega.
But like being a young guy yourself, do you get like your moment as the offensive leader to kind of G up the boys?
Yeah, less so G up, I'll more like before the huddle started, say like, this is the first play, let's make sure in our attack that we're, holding our depth and being nice and tight or running straight and just something like that, but then sort of leave the G up to one of the bigger lads. I think if I'm stood there screaming, go on, let's go and bury people, they'd be like, you're not going to do it, so what are you on about, kind of thing. But yeah, less G'ing up, more just
Who's the G'er upper?
Yeah, it's a good question. Courtney Laws last year was a hell of a G'er upper.
Well, he'll go and smoke a few people, won't he?
If he says something, he's going to back it up. So you're like, yeah, fair play. I'll follow him.
What's the future hold then, mate? What are your aspirations? Is there anything in the near future you're looking at?
It's going to be an interesting few weeks. Obviously, British Lions squad gets announced on May the 8th, I think it is. So fingers crossed for that. It's a weird old thing, isn't it? Like probably 3 or 4 months ago, wouldn't have even like thought about it. But then you play five or six games, and everyone's like, "Oh, maybe you got a shot." You start thinking, "Maybe I've got a shot." So that would be cool because that is the pinnacle.
Yeah,
like that's.
Was it South Africa this year, isn't it?
Australia. That's like the highest you can get in rugby, pretty much. Being
is that even a step above England? Is it?
Yeah. So I reckon it's winning a World Cup and then going on a Lions tour.
Wow.
Top 2 things. So yeah, that would be mega if I could do that. There's a lot of good tens about, so fingers crossed, but if not, we'll see. But then I just want to try and nail down that England 10 shirt. Like now I've got a bit of a taste for it. It's so fun. Do you know what I mean? Like it's so cool getting to play for your country in that position.
How nice is that?
Brilliant.
Yeah,
it's so nice, mate.
Just
honestly,
want to make that my own. Do you know what I mean?
Are you like at ease with it all? Are you like chill with it? You don't really think or worry about it. The way you've spoken today, how you strike me is like, yeah, it's cool, mate. I'm just having a nice time.
Nah, it's good, isn't it? Like there's obviously the pressures that come with it, and some weeks you play badly and you get a bit of stick, and some weeks you play well and you get a nice pat on the back. But yeah, it's just fun, isn't it? Like you're playing the sport you love for a living and got people cheering for you and stuff. So
do you work with anybody like performance-wise, like psychologists, anything like that?
Yeah, we've got a couple at the club and a couple when you go into camp and stuff. Big stuff for me is just about switching off. Like I'm a mega nose, love watching training, love thinking about stuff. So I found that I was running down my battery quite a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Really? Yeah.
Like when it comes to training stuff or getting emotionally up for games, I was like, why am I knackered? But it's because I've just spent the whole week thinking about, could I have done this better? Could I have done this better? So they've been on to me about making sure once I get home from training, sack it off, get your feet up, get on the PlayStation or whatever that is. So but yeah, it's been cool,
mate. That's world class. I'd say that's massive advice as well. Like, I was unreal at doing that. Seriously, yeah. Literally, like
bad at switching on. But
mate, the second the football training finished, I was done. Gonski, checked out mentally. Thank you. See you later.
But that's a real skill, eh?
Yeah,
like, I reckon back in the day that would have been looked at as being well lazy and getting out
mate,
there,
unprofessional at times.
Now
I was
it's
like, mate, I don't care.
It's almost harder to do than, do you know what I mean? Than
fair
to stay
dues,
switched
mate.
on. So yeah.
Well done.
We need to ask you about as a youngster coming through playing for Worcester.
Yeah.
We were talking about it earlier with the lads, and we were like, it's like West Ham going bump and going, there's no football club tomorrow.
It's a good analogy. West Ham, similar size in their relative worlds.
Yeah, 100%.
How did that news land?
It was wild. So I was living in an academy house at this point. I don't know if you have them in football, the clubs.
Digs we call them.
And get a knock on the door. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like, boys just chilling in the living room. Bailiffs walked in. They're like, lads, the club's not paid rent for the last month. Like, you've got 2 weeks or you're out.
No way.
We're all like, what's going on here? And then 3 days later, we're meant to get paid. No one's been paid. The payment comes in like 5 or 6 days late. And everyone's like, oh, God, what's going on? And then you start seeing they've turned up to training. Bailiffs have taken a load of watt bikes because they've not done that. And then there's less tape in the physio room and all of this stuff. And everyone's thinking, oh, no, like, what is going on here? And then, probably about a month and a half later, we're sat in team meetings going, medical insurance has run out. So if anyone does their ACL on the weekend, like, you boys are paying for it yourselves kind of thing. And at that point, lads are like, probably not going to play then. Oh, I'm happy to play. I'm probably not going to play. Like, literally show of hands on a vote. And yeah, we played one more game, and then they were like, yeah, that's it, lads. Sorry. We're all sat in the team meeting. They're like, yeah, club's gone boom. So
Because Wasps was
afterwards.
after, wasn't it?
Which is mad, because all us Worcester lads got so lucky that we went bus first, because anyone that had space in their squad took a lot of us lads first. But if it had been the other way around, like, Wasps were a bit better than us as well.
What was that like then? That moment there, are you worrying? Are you thinking? Because if you're a footballer that plays for West Ham, for example, and then you're all of a sudden a free agent, you're kind of rubbing your hands, right?
Yeah. Not at all in rugby, to be fair. Like, you're scrambling around. Like, we have such a tight salary cap for clubs to keep to. Like, clubs have barely got any cash to sign players, so you're literally pinging messages over to anyone you can. Like, luckily, I was dead lucky that Northampton took me within a couple of days. But there's some boys that just never got back into it. Some lads dropped down a couple of leagues just to play socially and stuff like that. But
you were at an age and you had a name, didn't you? But if you're a 34, 5-year-old,
and I was also of an age where I didn't have a mortgage, wasn't really paying to put food on the table for anyone or things like that. So I was like, it's obviously tough, but hopefully there's going to be something that follows. But those lads that are like, the banks are all knocking on their door going, where's our mortgage money? That's stress. Like, lads are crying and stuff like that. Like, it was rough.
Are you kind of too, obviously playing for England now, and are you too far down the journey now in terms of being established to think, do I plan for a second career? Because a lot of the lads do, don't they? We used to work in Leamington, and like a lot of the Wasps lads would come into our workspace and do, courses or whatever it was.
No, I think there's probably 2 or 3 from each international country that won't have to work again. But yeah, I'll be in an office with a briefcase somewhere when I'm finished up, probably. Yeah.
At what point do you have to, like, what's the average lifespan of a rugby player for your position?
I'd say in my position you get to about 35, 36.
Yeah. So you're the goal. I told you, you're the goalkeeper. I promise you.
I'm happy days. Like, the plan usually is you get a bit slower and a bit fatter, and then just become a good kicker.
But you're the goalkeeper. You are 100% the goalkeeper.
Go over to France and play for a few years over there, and then hang at your boots. But some of the back rowers that put their body on the line, like, big time every week, they'll be 31 and
done.
Dust, which is brutal.
Body hanging off as well.
Exactly.
And they won't have got the mega money.
Nah, not at all. And a lot of lads will sort of be like, there's boys now at the club doing financial advisor courses as they're playing, or personal trainer stuff. Do you know what I mean? Getting stuff on the side. But yeah, here's what it is.
It's the same as a lot of the League 2, League 1 boys, isn't it?
Like that,
football.
Never going to earn the big bucks, so you got to plan for it. But it's I think Finn's at the age where it's still, you've got to give rugby everything. You've got to focus on it. There has to be a point, probably England, late 20s, maybe whatever. But for now, you've just got to focus on that and give it everything you got, haven't you?
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed this clip of the Fozcast. If you would like to watch the full episode, it is now available exclusively on Spotify for free.